This is the Embargo Act by Raylan Carpio, Diana Granados, Mason Lee, and Shelby King. We will be discussing what is the Embargo Act, when it was created, and who passed it. We will also be talking about Thomas Jefferson. Many things caused the embargo, and it had a horrible effect on the people, and they suffered.
An embargo is when a country bans trade with all foreign countries. Because of Thomas Jefferson, America entered an embargo while the War of 1812 raged on.
The Embargo Act started in 1807 when the U.S. decided then to embargo foreign trade.
At the time, America tried to stay neutral, but it became increasingly hard and even dangerous for American traders as the war became worse.
It was created and passed to punish France and Britain. The act protected American shipping from any further acts of aggression by either nation. It helped prevent American ships from trading in different countries.
The Embargo Act was passed by the U.S. Congress and signed and supported by Thomas Jefferson, an American founding father.
Thomas Jefferson signed the Embargo Act because he thought that it would prevent war between America and Britain. The act did prevent war, but in some ways it was also a precursor to the War of 1812.
He thought it would be an alternative to war. Since the Embargo Act would prevent American ships from trading in any foreign ports, it backfired on the people. The goal was to get Britain and France, who were fighting each other at the time, to stop restricting American trade. The act backfired, and the people of America suffered. The act was ended in 1809.
For almost 3 years, the act was in place, causing bankruptcy and economical damage, because Thomas Jefferson thought it would be a good alternative to getting caught up in the war.
They believed that this economical coercion would convince Britain and France to respect America's neutral rights. It was unpopular and a costly failure.
Many of their imports were only being provided through smuggling, causing prices to rise, while boosting the rest of the world's cost on what was left of their exports.
Once the act was passed, businesses and people didn't have any access to resources out of America. Merchants raised their prices to stay in business, and the people of America suffered.
People would still smuggle exports like lye, gunpowder, used to fight the French, glass, soap, and fertilizer, causing America to be the only one affected by the act.
Exports fell from 108 million in 1807 to just 22 million in 1808. Farm prices fell sharply. Shippers also suffered. Harbors filled with idle ships, and nearly 30,000 sailors found themselves jobless. For 19 months, the British went without American trade.
Near the end of Thomas Jefferson's presidency, he became fairly unpopular due to him passing the Embargo Act.
After his presidency, the act went through the process to be repealed and was replaced in 1809 by the Non-Intercourse Act.
This new act banned trade with only Britain and France.
The whole act was passed to stop America from joining in the war and staying neutral. Despite all this, they still eventually joined the war upon finding out that British had been encouraging the Native Americans to attack them.
Basically, the Embargo Act was instilled by President Thomas Jefferson, cutting off all trade to punish Britain and France. This plan backfired and forced America into debt. As the resources departed, it was eventually repelled and replaced with the Non-Intercourse Act, which only cut off trade with Britain and France before they joined the war.